Today I want to talk to you and show you about a very safe and effective way of sanding some of your projects. Whether you're sanding the bark off of your walking sticks, or sanding or rounding over a fish or a decoy, the flexible drum sander is a quick and an easy way of sanding off some of your projects. The kit consists of two sanding drums the sleeves are put onto foam, and the foam is quite flexible, which allows it to kind of contour around the shape of your project. And it also has the mandrel that fits over just about any 1/2" or 5/8 shafted motor. Normally you want to use a 1725 RPM motor for this. It's a little bit slower speed compared to some of the faster grinders out there. So use a 1725, and it comes with the shims, whether you have a 5/8 or 1/2" motor, that'll work on either one. So I'll demonstrate this for you today to show you how easy it is if we want to take and round over the corners on a block of wood like this. So we have a lot of people who do this with their scroll saw projects, or even to some of their other carving projects. So we'll turn on our motor. And I take this and just go back and forth, rolling that around. And you can see on that, very quickly I'm able to get that as a very rounded profile. So I can take that, go back and forth like that. Several of our customers really like to use this for sanding off the bark off of their walking sticks. So here I just grabbed a scrap of the diamond willow that we sell, and I'll show you kind of how you can start taking that bark off. You can either use a drawn knife to take the bark off completely, but you can tell when I just sand off the top few layers of this bark, you get a very reddish brown, beautiful look from just underneath the bark. So I take this, again going back and forth, and in not long I get a very rich color exposed outside of that bark. But it's a quick way, again, it kind of forms around the shape of your project, and so it doesn't leave real heavy ridges behind, and it just kind of flexes and shapes to whatever you're working on. And so depending on if you want to use a very coarse grit, something like an 80 or 100 grit, or a very fine grit, something like 120 or 220, depending if you're trying to get a final polish. But the Flex Drum Kit is something that we've sold for several years, and the feedback has just been nothing but positive on how quick, easy, and effective it is to be able to sand and shape some of your oddly shaped projects, or even some of like fish, ducks, animals, even some of the caricatures, be able to knock off corners in a hurry, but also get a very polished, finished look.